of dreams. I will see you where the ocean meets the sky. Under your toes, fire grows. You are ready for a different kind of life. You're silent, bold, the wind is calling. You must return to the wild. You're silent, bold, the wind is calling. You must return to the wild. Follow me down, there's no one around. Lay back and take your socks and shoes right off. That natural light is so damn polite, can make you feel just.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Total Drama Sims. So let's go ahead and recap what happened in our last episode. Last episode, we had the competition for immunity, and I told everyone this was going to be a big deal immunity because in this competition, you're going to win safety for our first double eviction of this season. So there will be 2 people going home in this episode, and after our snowboarding competition, Eli ended up winning, and so Eli will not be the one going home. But everybody else is in danger. So today we're just going to have our social day and then our elimination ceremony. So there's a lot to record, there's a lot to do, a lot to show you guys, and I'm excited to do it. But right before we get into the game, I want to ask you guys to like and subscribe. It really helps. And comment down below how you're feeling about the competition so far, or who you think's the front runner, who you're picking to win the season, because we're starting to get to that end point. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the game. All right, and at that point, basically everything fell apart. So I have definitely had a big break in my upload schedule, and that's all because of what happened in this video. So to explain what happened, basically my mic stopped working, and it did not pick up any audio through the entire social day. So I have all the video footage, but I have absolutely zero audio for any of it. And I kept thinking of how am I going to show this footage? How am I going to get this video done? Do I just skip it completely? And I kind of just needed to take a break because I didn't know how to put this episode together because I didn't want to re-record it because the voting session still completely recorded audio is fine. It's just this entire middle part of the social day is completely messed up. And the best thing I could come up with is just kind of doing a mini voiceover and showing you clips of what I'm talking about. And that's kind of just gonna be, I think, the best way that I can show you the social day and the video still makes sense in the voting area. So let's just jump right into our quick little summary of the social day. And don't worry, this is going to be really short and sweet. So basically, they wake up. It's just like any other social day. They're all in a variation of moods, Lacey being in a bad mood. And it seemed like everything was going to play out as normal fights here and there, and basically then ruining relationships and going to the vote. But surprisingly, that's not what happened at all. It started off kind of with Fable being on an apology tour. It seems like she really made up with Zara, and she socialized quite a bit with multiple people. And it seems like she was really redeeming her social game, which was really nice because the last couple episodes, Fable has really become a negative person. So it was nice to see kind of the Fable we knew at the beginning of the game to reemerge a bit. And speaking of social surprises, Lacey and Ace kind of turned into a power couple in this episode. So anytime I turned around, the 2 of them were found in a corner laughing and hatching plans together. So I was kind of shocked. Not that these 2 didn't have a good relationship before, but they were inseparable basically this whole social day. So the 2 of them definitely started to emerge as a power couple, and I was very excited to see it because Lacey's social game here recently hasn't been much of anything, and Ace also hasn't done much past the hot and cold relationship with him and Eli. Speaking of Eli and Lacey, at one point Eli actually yelled at Ace, Eli yelled at Lacey. He jumped in Lacey and Ace's conversation, yelled at Lacey, And I thought Lacey was just gonna be in a bad mood and like go on her rampages like she does, but she was actually fine. Like she wasn't affected at all by being yelled at, which was really shocking. Eli also yelled at Fable, and he went and yelled at Zara. So Eli was kind of on the rampage this episode instead of the usual Lacey, though Eli's had a couple rampages himself. But yeah, I think that's kind of it. Oh, and Lacey and Esther started to make up with their relationship a bit. But yeah, I guess that's kind of it. I think the main key points was Fable like improving her relationships, specifically with Zara, and then also Lacey and Eli like really, really getting close, like becoming like a power duo. So that's kind of that. That's the social day, like the super, super short version of it, but it's good enough to make sense. And now we can get to the most exciting part of the episode, which is the vote. Alright, so here we are. We have everyone around our campfire, our marshmallows out, and it is time to start doing the votes. But before we do that, let's see how everybody's doing. So, first up, we have Eli. Eli's looking good. He's looking confident, not worried, which we all know that's exactly how he should feel. He's not in danger at all. He's safe for both of these votes that are about to happen, which is great for him. Then we have Fable. She's also not looking too worried. She's looking pretty good. Just kind of like ready to go on with it, I guess. Like, not over it, but just like, let's go. Let's get it done. Ace, he's looking really ready, really excited. Sorry, I had a shiver. Ace is looking really good. He's looking excited, ready for it to happen. He's twitching his fingers around. He's like ready for this vote. Then we have Zara. She looks like she's really curious in like what other people are doing. Maybe she's kind of wondering like what the vote's supposed to be. Maybe she was left out of it before they got here and she's trying to figure out what it is. It looks like she's looking at Fable, but Fable's not really giving her any attention. But it looks like she's trying to figure out from Fable who to vote for, like what's going on. So maybe she's a little confused. Then we have Lacey, who looks pissed. Honestly, she just looks pissed. She looks either ready to get this vote or she's just mad that it's happening. I'm not sure, but like, either way, Lacey's pissed. Then we have Esther, who's looking really good, really confident. Actually very similar to Eli, but definitely not as safe. But yeah, that's kind of everybody's look before we start our votes. So let's go ahead and the fire's done. Yeah, let me add some logs. Let's go ahead and count up the votes and see how things are going to be going for our campers here and who is going to be going home in the first round of our double eviction. Alright, so we are back and it is time to reveal the votes. And for the first time in a long time, we actually don't have a tie involved with this vote. So let's go ahead and reveal the votes. Definitely the first person safe is our good friend here, Eli. So you can go ahead and have a marshmallow. Where is that? Roast, there we go. Marshmallow. He can go have his oh, I still have the relationships up, my bad. He can go and roast his marshmallow, and the next person that is safe is Esther. So, Esther, you can go ahead and roast your marshmallow. Then, I'm gonna have our next safe person, which is gonna be Zara. So, Zara can go ahead, roast the marshmallow. And then, the other person I'm gonna reveal as safe is Ace. Ace can go roast a marshmallow. I don't know why that became a tongue twister. Which means we are down to these two. We are down to Fable and Lacey. And since there is no tie, the first person... Good for you, Esther. The first person going home tonight is... Lacey. So, Fable, you can go and get your first marshmallow. That's right. And Lacey's now sad, which kind of like fits the vibe. Lacey is now out of this game. So we now say goodbye to our very sensitive, cute girl who always seemed to be in a bad mood. And now where that would typically be the end, we now are setting right back up for another vote. So I'm going to go ahead, get the fire built back up a bit here with Eli. And it's time to vote all over again to find out who is going to be joining Lacey and going home tonight. All right, so here we are at our final 5, which is very quickly about to become our final 4. So let's go ahead, take another look how everybody's feeling after that first vote. Um, Seems like Ace is feeling pretty good. Him and Lacey obviously tried to pull something and get rid of Fable there, like some type of blindside that did not go well. And for someone whose move didn't go well, he still looks like he's feeling pretty confident. Like he does not look worried at all, really. Then next we have Zara. It looks like she's again looking to Fable to see like who is she voting for. Like she's not really sure, but Fable's not really giving her any clues. So like, I don't know. Maybe she's just a little lost on these votes tonight, but she's voted with the majority so far. Then we have Eli, who voted on the right side of everything, and he's again safe. So he's still looking confident, and he has every right to be. Then we have Esther. Esther's not looking worried even slightly. She just looks like, yeah, this is good. She seems pretty happy with what's going on, and she knows what's happening next. And then lastly, we have Fable, who looks interested to see what happened, but like cheery mood, like good. I think everybody's feeling good with Lacey gone. I think her being there was kind of like walking on eggshells for them. She was very sensitive to everything, and she definitely brought in a bad vibe a lot of times, which is entertaining for me and probably you guys to watch, but for the other campers it was probably like constant hell. So having her gone is probably like everybody's feeling like a weight lifted off of them. But unfortunately someone is about to go right and join her on the dock of losers, so let's find out who it's going to be. Alright, so we are back. I'm done counting the votes, and it is time to reveal who is safe and who is not. And of course, I'm going to get him to come add some logs, but also, Eli is again safe. He won that very, very crucial immunity. Then... Okay, sorry. I was just looking at the notes real quick. Then... Actually, out of these 4, every single person received at least 1 vote. So I'm gonna put them back to roasting marshmallows in no particular order. First, we're gonna have Zara. She is gonna go roast a marshmallow. Then we're gonna have Esther go roast a marshmallow. That is Esther. And the last person that gets to roast a marshmallow tonight is Fable. Which means that Ace is officially out of this competition. Ace was voted out. So now let's go ahead, and it's time for him to join Lacey on the dock of losers. Alright, and here are our 2 eliminated campers for tonight. Eli and Lacey. And it's so interesting because the 2 of them really just became best friends, and it seems like they were voting together. They were both targeting Fable, and I guess the rest of the camp just kind of saw them as like becoming a power couple, which they kind of were. And then the 2 of them were sent out back to back. So I guess people really aren't taking like any type of like power couples or alliances. They are not taking them lightly, or the other 4 just had like a deal going on. But then again, when it came to Ace's vote out, like votes were all over the place. But yeah, these 2 are gone. Lacey looks pretty devastated. Ace looks fine, not really affected. But at least the 2 of these, at least these 2 get to head off together. So yeah, let me know what you think. Are you surprised by the 2 that left? How do you feel about our final 4? Who are you really rooting for to win this? We are so close to the end. I'm getting so excited, and I'm so excited to show you guys how the finale is going to work. But we still have 1 more eviction before we get to our finale. I really had a lot of fun this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.